That's where it is.
Ah, welcome on, people. Welcome back to the Christian Entertainment Show.
Yeah.
My name is DJ Power. Chicky. Every time.
And it's me, Caleb Paradox. You don't know how it go. All right, so let's move now to
the top 10 events.
Yeah, let's go to the top 10 events. And this is a weird thing, because full disclosure, Power is a gospel DJ. Like in play, Power is a DJ. I'm just put it that way there. In play at many events, but I probably been at more of these events.
Yeah.
Than you.
Yeah, the thing with me, it took a while for me to warm up to go into gospel events.
Yeah.
Because another episode.
Another episode to talk about that.
Another episode, all right.
But yeah. And I think couple of these events that we're about to talk about, full disclosure again, I had some input in
direct input,
either organizing or producing the events, because that's a huge part of what I've done.
But as an outside voice, there were some very well put together events and very impactful.
I'm grateful for that.
I agree with them being on the top 10. So it's not because then at the promoter for the event, any bias there, I will be unbiased and say yes, these belong here.
Definitely. All right. So how you want to do this? You want to talk about like the ones that bubble at the top first, or you want to go through the top 10 and then?
Well, no, I'm sure everybody knows which ones.
Yeah, but in the top two.
But in the top two, we can leave
everybody know which two are the top two.
Yeah.
Right.
But I could talk. Let's start with your events.
Yeah, all right. Let's start. Let's
so
start with them.
For one of them, one that I thought especially was very, very well put together was Still Waters. That one was a time when nothing was happening.
Yeah.
In the Christian space for young people.
Yeah.
In terms of events and just somewhere to chill. And then Still Waters came about.
Shout out to, I have to say this, shout out to Andre Whitaker.
Yeah, man, Whitty.
That's my brethren, that's my brother. Andre Whitaker is the visionary behind Still Waters. I am merely a cog in the machine. But trust me, Andre Whitaker, that vision, and it come from years from before we even started the event. You know? So that Whitty came to us many times and said, guys, I want to do this, I want to do a cafe, I want to do this, I want to do this. And it just never worked to the time when it's supposed to work.
Yeah.
And we started out doing it at the place that escapes my mind right in the middle of this show. The Deck. Thank you, wife.
Oh yeah. That was
the first edition was at the Deck, and it was just, remember even just going there to set up and thinking this was so surreal that we're finally getting to do this, and then the impact that it had over the years that it ran for. Knowing that we were even able to tour Westmoreland with it.
Wow.
I'm going to tell you, so the tour there, one day we're going to tell the story about that tour there, because I will tell you about Whitty did that for the 2 trips to Westmoreland from Kingston on the same day. While halfway I perform our concert in some bush in Westmoreland one night, while Whitty on the way with the next set of people who are also supposed to perform on the concert. Same concert, same night, and him there Mandeville while the concert starts. And at Westmoreland, and another just like the border of Westmoreland where I go. So just understand like we do some wild things. We ended up going to I think is Aquasal Beach Park. Whichever the one that is in the grill.
Yeah.
We went to that beach park to perform there. In front of all of the people there, and that was a dope experience. Amazing space, and Still Waters was able to have that type of impact really across the island, and I think that was amazing.
But Still Waters had a beginning and an inspiration from another event that you were involved in.
Right? Yeah, man, let's get my events out of the way.
Exposure. Talk to us about Exposure.
Exposure, I'm a baby. Nah, like, all right.
Well,
as an event, metaphorically speaking, you see me, Exposure, I'm a child, you know? We came up with the concept after looking at another event that's on this list that we're going to talk about later, Praise House and stuff like that, and saying we really need that space. And this was before Still Waters, as I mentioned. years before, when you did a space where we could just enjoy ourselves. Them time they were just in a university, with some of our friend them still in a high school, and Christians never really have a outlet.
Yeah.
I would say, yo, we're gonna give people an outlet now. And we went to Sunshine Auto Parts Plaza, which is on Hagley Park Road. I would say, yo, give me the roof, which is the same place that Praise House used to keep.
I mean,
right?
Maxfield Avenue.
Yeah. It's the same place that Praise House used to
Yeah.
keep. And we said to ourselves, say, yo, let's just do this. Let's just reinvent. It's not even like reinvent the wheel. It's just like make the wheel start work again.
Yeah.
And our intention was literally, we call it exposure because we wanted to expose talent. So it wasn't about the big artist that was at the road. That was on the road already.
Yeah,
at the time.
I remember going to Exposure and seeing some young bad artists. And I say, yo, the money I need for their road.
Yeah, we are thinking about singers that nobody never know.
Yeah.
We are thinking about dancers. We are thinking about poets and them something.
And you even had mime one time.
Yeah, we have a mime too. Like as a poet, that was where me did like work through a lot of my pieces and stuff before I started performing all over Jamaica. Like still, like Exposure was where people started to know me first, you know. So that was a thing where even Lifer, who was our first host for Exposure, saw the impact and said, "Yo, I'm gonna keep my album launch there."
Yeah.
And that was a huge show.
Yeah.
I tell you, say Sunshine Auto Parts can't keep maybe more than 250 people up on the roof.
And the cock. Yeah, I remember.
That show did have a good
like
400 people.
Yeah, man, the cock.
Don't tell the police,
Yeah.
please. But isn't it like it was a vibe, man.
It was pre-curfew, so it was legal.
Them time they were really
pre-restrictions,
good, you see me.
pre-COVID.
Police ever running down a truck, up in the truck. Never keep them time there. But yeah, I think Exposure was one of them there. For the time, it had a great impact.
Yeah, man.
And I guess like if we're gonna talk about that, let's talk about the precursor to Exposure, which was Praise House.
Yeah, man. Marshy, Jesus,
Marshy Reds,
Marshy,
pioneer.
Yeah, man. We need to have an episode. Marshy,
we need for interview for real. Man. We need to find a way for interview Marshy Reds because what he did with Praise House,
man.
He gave us a space. Everybody where you like the more mainstream type of dancehall gospel, or if you like the gritty, like remember this, I watched a video about Praise House and see a man do a song named Text Scripture.
Yeah.
Right? Which comes from a famous Cartel song. Right? I can't say it here. But
let's not get into it.
But you see me? All I say is text scripture. You think God easy? Right? But yeah, like a whole heap of them little things that they go on a Praise House. But man like Nicholas, they said them man they cut him teeth.
Yeah.
When Nicholas said that we wear Jenks and straight jeans pants, right? With the church shoes and the crease and the jeans pants. At that time, you see me like that's what Praise House meant in terms of building up a space in a gospel. It was really, really dope.
Yeah.
Right?
And then can't say Praise House without the other gospel party, Jesus Party.
Listen to
Jesus
me.
Party.
Again, Danny Brownie.
Yo, Danny has been involved in so much of the foundational aspects of the gospel music industry. We have to talk with him.
We have to. We have to find a way to get Danny Brownie involved in this, because when you talk about music, when you talk about impact, when you talk about events, like Danny name all over the
place.
Jesus Party was the first place me and my friend them could have go, where we could have been explicitly Christian and dance, and it don't have to be the church dance that everybody do, or the is it me? If I look at me again, like it not for be that. It was a place where you could have go and dance, listen to dance or listen to hip hop. Remember one year, like me used to listen to gospel hip hop like hard. I realized that most people never used to dip on that. When me start dip on it. I remember one year at Genesis, Jesus Party have a segment, and them that play some Lecrae song in the segment. And me and my 4 friends them from high school, I jump up and down and I dance to them song, yeah. And me I tell you, say, everybody around we, I stare upon we, because them a go,
Oh, that man, yeah.
like a phone song?
Eh.
Like a uno write the song, how come uno know it word for word and don't know whether know them song, yeah. But Jesus Party was a space that did a bust song like that. Them did a bust like some wicked Lecrae and like Flame and them man there.
Well, yo, and
before
even,
other people do it.
even just the vibes at
Yeah.
Jesus Party, because you see you have Prodigy at the time, Ryan Mark at the time, and Bless Prodigal at the time, and Nicholas a come up, and them the whole of them a share the stage, one stage,
One
and them just
It
ride
felt
the
like-
rhythm and
it
all of them
felt
things.
like-
It feel like a stage show.
Or it felt like a dance where, like the Christianist version of a dance, like a community dance, you know. And that was just the vibe where
Yeah, man.
the streets did need at
And
them
y'all have
time
the
there.
MC Raman and
Yeah,
them.
Yo, big up yourself, Raman.
Yeah, man.
And just the history of him having a gospel too.
Man.
Like, we're not enough for going on that. But like that amount of that type of vibe, it make you proud to walk up and down on the street and be a Christian at the
Yeah,
time.
man.
People used to proudly walk into them very corny Christian t-shirts at the time. I'm like, yeah, I can do this. No,
A Jesus freak T-shirt and
not so much. But
Mm.
but them time there, man did proud for the them
Mhm.
thing there, you see me? And I think it would be great if we could get back to that type of space, you know?
Mhm. Oh yeah, by the way,
Oh, yeah.
our merch is on the way.
Look out.
Look out for it. We will let you know where and when you can get your stuff.
And
You
it
know what I'm
won't be the
saying?
corny stuff because
No.
that's gone.
No.
Yeah, so where else would I go after this?
I don't go recharge. Recharge.
All right. Don't tell you about recharge now. Praddy,
Yeah.
listen. Praddy did recharge at a time when I think people understand that just the amount of impact that Praddy did have.
Yeah.
Like them time they might introduce people like Ryan Mark to the industry, right? Or Prodigy, as he was known as the time. Them time they might introduce Jason Mighty to the industry, DJ Nicholas to the industry. Like Praddy was responsible for a lot of these names coming out, right? And a lot of them used to get the forward pun recharge for go out and do them concert. I remember when one of my most memorable recharge was in the keeper Devon House, right? And thinking back at this now, as an older person, this probably was a bad idea. But nah, like it was a vibe. It was a vibe when it happened at the time.
Oh boy.
So it keep a Devon House over the back part of the parking lot,
Yeah.
see? And they were complaining because Devon House is close to the St. Andrew's Hospital. We got a noise complaint that we were disturbing the hospital.
Yeah.
And hospital is a low noise area.
Yeah.
So the police would come and say, yo, what you know? You have to go cut off the music because you see me, noise and everything there. And Praddy say, all right, we don't want to fight the police, we don't want to get into nothing. Well, let me not say police, but we did have to cut off the music.
Yeah.
I remember. And Praddy was like, all right then. And then Praddy turned, like him stop, remember, like him stop and him pause. And him turn back to the crowd and him go, them can shut off our sound, but them can't shut off you. I would just like hear a chant in the crowd go, them can't stop with praise. Them can't stop with praise.
Yeah.
I just like, it became like a swell and it was like a whole vibe. And I go, them can't stop with praise. No.
Yeah, the rebel.
Now as an older one, understanding like, no, man, people at the hospital just want to sleep, brother. Like,
yeah,
like, I'm
recover.
tired, you see
And
me?
just the
But
how much
surgery and
quadruple
them thing there,
bypass
yeah.
surgery and can't
But-
sleep.
but I think at the time one of the issues that Praddy them was having too was that there were other shows that were held there at that same venue, and that's why the venue was approved.
That's the first I hear in that story, and I can think of quite a few events that are held right,
and that was loud too,
and them loud,
and we're not even talking about the lawn that's right beside the hospital. I talk about round behind
the parking lot,
the parking lot,
and some event keep on the lawn, and
so you wonder,
I mean,
but we move on. We move on. I think if I talk about Praddy, one of the seminal like impacting persons in the industry who we don't really talk about very much, and her impact in the gospel music is huge. Is Nadine Blair.
Auntie Nadine.
Yo.
Auntie Nadine. Whoosh.
Nadine Blair came up several years ago now, with this group called Perpetual Praise. Right? Perps, them call them for short, you know. No, I think it's called Perpetual Sounds of Praise. And they've gone through several iterations of members and them things there.
But she has remained constant.
And I remember when they just started, they used to have, I don't remember if it's monthly events or quarterly events, but Perpetual Praise used to keep like some praise events that were just off the chain.
Yeah, man. It wasn't the normal. You know, you have the recharge and the Jesus part. It was more of
a dedicated worship type
worship
event.
Experience.
And I think if we're talking about like the best type of that at the time, it wasn't going around. If you never go to like a church worship night, you nah get that. It was a space where you could get like a dope worship experience for 3 hours straight, 4 hours straight. Right, that was well produced, well organized, great musicians, because Nadine would get the best musicians, the best singers.
Yeah, she believes in excellence.
Yeah, and they would just go. Yeah, it's just a great event. Yeah, that event definitely for me.
Make the list.
Yeah,
man. So Auntie Nadine, wherever you're doing at the dance, big up yourself.
Where we reach now?
I could go some album launches now.
All right, yeah, because that's a
Jermaine
huge
Edwards
part of
and Island Worship album
yeah,
launch.
that was a huge part of the gospel industry too.
Yeah.
Album launches are huge things in the Christian entertainment industry. Yeah, I think album launches are a huge part of like the Christian entertainment ethos in Jamaica.
Yeah, for sure.
So we have to have them. If we do a top 10, we can not have any album launches in there. So you were saying the one that you were looking
Jermaine
at,
Edwards and Island Worship album launch.
Island Worship did a collaboration album a few years ago with Christina Roche, I Worship, Rondell Positive, Ray Soul was this young artist that they had with them, and of course, you know, the Don himself, Jermaine.
Yeah,
I remember going to that album launch. It was at a venue that I've used in the past, but it's not one of my favorite venues. Emmanuel Apostolic Hush, the church hot, brother. It's hot. It's very hot. But it was such a brilliant show.
Yeah,
like them said they're gonna start X time. Them start X time. The show went through. It never feel like 5 artists coming on one after the other. It felt like a family.
Yeah.
It felt well produced. It felt like a smooth, memorable production that would leave you thinking about this show for years to come.
Yeah.
And of course, I think the show ended with Keeping Me Alive. I think so. Don't quote me on it, but I'm almost sure. If it never ended Keeping Me Alive was the highlight part of that show. I'm going to tell you, say, as much as Emmanuel Apostolic was known to be hot, it became a bigger furnace when all of the people were jump on a sweat and just a swing so.
One just call the people them sanctuary furnace.
Yo, but now I tell you, like if that show that keeping a COVID time, problem. Like I look back on the show they know and you see everybody just a jump on a swing.
Yeah, and a sweat
you can
this,
feel the sweat come off. But them time that you slap my G. No question about it. That was an amazing show.
All right, then I could go to Kevin Donzel's realignment tour then.
Yeah.
I think that was very well executed.
Let me tell you the thing with that I really respect. Kevin looked for people within the gospel industry and
Mhm.
used them.
Yeah.
Right? I remember he used one of my friends. Right now, shout, big up yourself, my G.
Mm.
I guess I'm saying big up yourself, Kayes. But
Anyway, then at the dance.
shout out to you, Ranel.
Big up yourself.
Shout out to Wayne as well, who was on Realignment Part 2. They were some of the producers behind the scenes. As well as Kevin and his wife, and there's a whole team, and I'm really impressed with how he searched out for local talent and produced an island-wide tour
Mhm.
that we don't really see that much of in Jamaica. But pandemic permitting, we should see some more.
Yeah. Wink,
You
wink.
see me? But it was a really, really amazing, just a concept, and how he carried that concept across the country
Mhm.
and gave people all over the world, all over Jamaica,
Mhm.
a chance to hear that type of music. Because when I really do that,
Yeah. I
that's
think
when
I
music have a
was
tendency for staying in Jamaica,
on the show. On the show was a part of the tours. I think we did Mandeville and Westmoreland, I think. And those were some very good experiences.
Tell the people about country show, no man.
Yo, listen, country town people, I'm sorry, no vibes compared to country. I'm sorry, no vibes compared to country people. Country people is like
Country show ever slap.
anything. Any song you sing, them a go jump up and down.
Mhm.
You could have sing Mary Had a Little Lamb, them a go jump up and down and wave. Town people, boy, I don't know, it's like, I don't know. I mean, I have vibes, but not compared to country people. So I don't know if you need to move, go country and catch country fever and come back at
town.
town.
We need to start keep some show a country and make the town people them get
Start
starved.
yeah. But make them start travel like how the country people them a travel come at town.
Come at town for sure.
Yeah,
Yo,
man.
What about,
So Mr. Wellness, hurry up and free up the place. We could
God
keep
beg
some,
you.
keep some
Would you?
Ray and them.
Now watch
thing
your
there,
shirt,
you
you see me? Now watch your shirt. Everybody watch your shirt.
See what I'm wearing black and white.
You see me?
I have no time to know.
Free up power, I would just roll everybody. You see me?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that kind of leaves us with the two.
With the two, everybody know them too.
But before we get to them, I could just throw out some
honorable mentions. Yeah. Keeping on Kevin Downswell.
Yeah. Kevin's all the way album launch.
That one at Ronnie
Excellent.
Williams.
Excellent.
Yeah, man. The
excellent.
production, the stage design, and all of that, that was top class.
Godsplash is also another big
Godsplash.
show that I want to shout out.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Godsplash, particularly the first edition
Yeah.
at Sugarman Beach.
Yeah, man. Markland, big up yourself anyway, they in the dance.
Big show.
Yeah. Unity.
Jai took that show. Nobody can.
Yeah.
took Godsplash.
Yeah.
Him share that.
Yeah,
Remember
man.
that.
Yeah,
Remember
man. Him
that.
carry the beach, come on the beach, is it?
Unity in the City.
Unity
That
in the
was another
City.
one.
Love 101's
Yeah, the Youth
tour,
Raid
the
tour.
Youth Raid, Basilia, sis. Anyway, they in the
Anyway,
dance.
they in the dance.
You know what
That
for
tour,
do.
that
You know what for
tour,
do.
that tour they showed me how country show go.
Yeah.
One day, I got to tell you that's the story about Blue Eye Stepper and the Youth Raid tour. I'm telling you something. Blue are the best preacher in the gospel. They can't tell me nothing. They can't tell me nothing because of that one show there.
I mean, I know
Me
about that.
telling
Me, I
you,
look
yeah,
forward
man.
to that story there too.
And I think another one I have to give a shout out to, even though I'm biased, is the PIA tour.
Or the Poets in Autumn.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Rachel Faith, shout out you for putting all of that together and bringing our team on board.
Yeah, you guys brought
But-
on a lot of
Yeah, a lot
people.
of international poets
Mhm.
came for that show. Well, they were the show.
Yeah.
And it was memorable for those who were there, which was a couple thousand
Yeah.
people packed into hot Emmanuel Apostolic again.
Yeah. Into the furnace.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. We experienced a great night that time, man.
Mm.
Beautiful show.
So, guys, we are looking forward once this pandemic is over.
Yeah, man.
You know, we're looking forward to some good events
Road
that we
to take
can
on
give
again,
you
man.
some good reviews and all of these things.
Yeah, man. We want to knock them straight out of the top 10. So,
Yeah.
promoters,
Link up.
get work.
Promoter, link up.
All right. So, we have two more.
Yeah, but before we go into the tour, we want to big up the space that facilitated this to happen.
Shared co-working.
Shared co-working, JA.
Again, great space.
Yeah, man. You see me I sit down, you don't see no sweat on my forehead. You get me? I say, I'm cool, sit down in a AC and all these things on
Want
my
more
fancy
people?
table.
Yeah, man. Check
And
it
you
out.
know how Portmore hot. I'm a day and I'm a AC.
We
Yeah,
also
man.
want to shout out Armor Rentals and Harrisburg Productions for lighting and just the whole production thing.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Excellent,
Big
excellent.
up.
You will see to just the work still, cause crazy, no blind.
Uh-huh.
Mm.
All right, so the top events.
Yeah,
Right.
we're not gonna put one
One
and
above
two or
the other.
two. Just as I said,
We
these
just
are
have
the
to
two
them.
biggest events gospel has seen for the million years of the
Genesis.
gospel about and Fun in the Sun.
And Fun in the Sun.
So which one you want to talk about first?
The Genesis of Fun in the Sun.
All right, all right. So that started with with Tommy Cowan.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna Fun in the Sun first.
Mhm.
Tommy Cowan and Glory Music. Really, in conjunction with Best Dressed Chicken.
We need to interview Tommy Cowan. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Sorry, that's on the people that want
Tell
to
them the
interview
notes.
as the stories go on. But yeah, in conjunction with Best Dressed Chicken, Glory Music,
Yeah.
they put together an amazing event,
Yeah, man.
which is free every
Completely free.
year that they put it on. It is
Completely free.
And as I was saying earlier, I think it was in this episode, I was
Mhm.
saying earlier that we had some big memorable Fun in the Suns.
Yeah.
I remember the one, as we were talking about, the one out at UWE.
Mhm.
No, not the one at UWE, the one
Oh,
at Portmore
Portmore.
Mall.
Mhm.
Huge show. For me, I just thank God I know somebody that day there because when they get to go backstage, because I couldn't see nothing in the crowd, brother. The crowd is just thick.
Thick. Crowd thick.
Right?
Yeah, man.
And there was one at UWE that I think had maybe 40, 50,000 people there. And just for a show in Jamaica, if I have so much people,
Yeah.
brother,
The impact.
the impact Fun in the Sun that year they actually brought Ty Tribute down,
Mhm.
right? The impact Fun in the Sun has had on just people's salvation, people learning to grow as disciplers,
Mhm.
people getting saved, enjoy music.
Mhm.
Yo, let me tell you something. I'm not gonna say this and get in trouble, but me not care, right? We see like my other partners that look for me now worried, but it's alright.
These views expressed.
You see, Colleen Davis depend every single
Yeah.
Fun in the Sun.
Yeah.
If you can say you don't know an icon like Colleen Davis, you've never been to Fun in the
Yep.
Sun. Because she has been the one that has been if Fun in the Sun keep on calling her there, she must be sick.
Must.
She must sick. I'm a think people have to understand they don't really know how far Kalina come from. Like, especially those who are growing up now, they might be more familiar even with her daughter Naomi Cowan
Mhm.
more than they are with her. But she's a legend in the music.
Yeah, man.
And just to see how Colleen has kept that going strong,
Mhm.
amazing.
Big up.
Amazing.
Big up.
And then we come to Genesis, which is not a free show or wasn't a free show back in the day.
And still pull
not-
crowd.
Yeah, and it's still pull crowd. Remember Genesis used to lock down stadium parking lot.
Mhm.
It was that
Yeah.
big.
Yeah, man. I think
Right?
those were the two biggest stages I've ever seen.
Yeah.
As in physical stage when I ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Fun in the Sun and Genesis.
And Genesis stage.
Yeah, man.
Huge.
You walk and you can't don't walk the stage. Me don't know how the artists them perform on them stage there.
You have to have,
You have to
have a
fit.
straight man for run up and down.
You have to
and-
fit and go exercise,
exercise
in a
regularly.
some bright orange pants. You know what I mean? Jay
Yeah,
Project,
man.
pick up yourself in the building, my boss.
Yeah, man. But it's a real talk, man. You have to, them artists there made my youth
Mhm.
because we used to look forward to every
To
January.
them. Yeah, man.
to go
January 1.
Genesis.
After all night
After-
prayer
yeah,
meeting,
or
watch
watch
night
night.
party. Yeah, man. You go
And I'm gonna
Genesis.
tell you, when I started working as a journalist with Observer and them thing there, and even with like at the early times with like Praise Riot and them thing there, remember going to Genesis early.
Mm.
Me I talk about when we reach Genesis 3:15,
Mhm.
right? And
AM.
Going back. No, I talk about when Genesis start keeping at the
Yeah.
in the afternoon,
Mm.
and it keep like January 1. But January 1 at 5 o'clock the concert
Yeah.
starts. But the Genesis from 3:15 to catch like the early segment
Yeah.
where they put on like the young artists and them thing there. And me I go, yeah man, this this artist have a little career and this artist have a future, and may I chronicle the journey of some of these people. I wish there was more outlets like that now, more mega outlets like that for give these young artists a bus and for kind of inspire some young artists for take up the mic. But that's for our next show.
Hey.
Don't worry, it's by the time we reach at the next show, we're gonna tell you that was the next show.
A whole heap of
A
things.
whole heap of things for
My experience at Genesis was just traveling with Nick. So so it would start. My birthday is December 31, believe it or not. Right? So I would spend my birth night, and my wife cost me every year. I would spend my birth night with Undershout and DJ Nicholas. And then it would be hopping from one event to the next.
Yeah.
So we do waterfront, and then we see fireworks, and then we run 1 year we run go Bay for 2 o'clock performance, and then run come back to town for 5 o'clock, 7 o'clock when Genesis are keep in the morning, so sun and beat it. So that was my experience, and it was fun. It was always good to see that people were still there no matter what time. So if you show you the impact that Genesis have on just January 1, people know that January 1 is Genesis.
I used to wonder how no make them journey there, because
brother,
where you say after yourself when you perform 3 times in a one night.
I'll not speak.
Right.
I won't say.
Right, but know your wife rightfully cuss you. But that's the nature of the industry, and that's when you're in demand like that, like people like you and Nicholas, but people like you are, isn't it? When you're in demand them way there, that's the type of work I have to do. I think that covered.
That's it for the events.
Yeah.
Again, guys, if you have anything else that you want to add, if you have another list, make us know. You get me? I say we aren't it, and we aren't the end.
Yeah.
Right. I'm sure there are some that we have missed. If there are, just let us know. Put it in the comments.
We're not get to put on this. We never get to put like some country show upon this.
Country show.
So me want people who people who then St. Elizabeth and like Portland and St. Ann and them place there.
Mandeville and them.
Mandeville. Yo, shout out and tell you some show where like was meaningful to Uno.
Yeah.
Where Uno think should have been on the top 10 list. Cause we definitely want to know about them.
Yeah, and then when pandemic done, we want to take them in.
Yeah, man, book we're here.
Yeah, man, I'll tell you what they are, we ain't going nowhere.
Literally, curfew.
Yeah, curfew. Yeah, man. Saying fuck, I could quick and done, car.
All right, yo, Power, this has been a lot, bro.
Enough.
I wonder if, like, we might not have to split up this episode. So,
I could do that then.
I could try that?
Yeah.
All right, then. So, we can cut it here and just stay tuned for episode.
Yeah, just look out for episode, the second part 2 of this top episode. Just look out. You see it.
All right, then.
Yeah. Big up.